I got to say it's a real honor to be here because I've known the Bus Riders Union for a long time. Actually, when I still had dark hair, the Bus Riders Union. And the Bus Riders Union really, in a way, began an Occupy movement because they were the first organization that began to occupy the transit system on behalf of people who had been ignored, neglected, and treated like dirt for the entire history of this system. And that's the poor working class people of color who rely on the bus system in Los Angeles. And through their efforts, they achieved some significant victories achieved nowhere else in the country. There was $1 billion allocated to a bus system which the MTA was ready to dismantle. They reduced overcrowding on the buses. They kept bus fares and bus passes so folks, students and seniors and working class folks could ride the system and get to work, get to school, get to the hospital, get to the beach. That was a significant victory, and the MTA is now trying to roll back all of those achievements. All of those achievements. And these folks on the buses, they were the first 1/3 of the 99%.
Right on, brother. That's right on.
And the 1% are the developers and the big contractors and the big money people who benefit from the cuts in the bus system and allocating that money to lavish construction projects and rail systems that do not benefit our communities. So we call upon our leaders, Mayor Villaraigosa, who has said he wants to make Los Angeles the greenest big city in the country. You cannot do that without a first-class public transit system, and that has to start with the bus system. And Supervisor Molina and Supervisor Ridley Thomas, we do not have the luxury of mediocre leadership. We cannot live with mediocrity. We must have strong leadership which insists that they restore the bus service. And I'll just say for our members who live in Southeast Los Angeles, one of them told me, he says, Gallegos, I work swing shift in the valley. I have to drop my children off at childcare. I can get to work. I cannot get home from work because there's no bus service returning me home. So I have to buy an old, smoky, dirty, polluting ranfla to be able to support my family. That is unconscionable. That is unconscionable. And this study provides persuasive evidence of what needs to be done. It's a civil rights issue. It's an issue of racism. It doesn't have to be intentional. You don't have to wear a sheet to be a racist. It's the impact of your decisions are falling on black, brown, and Asian people. That's who's bearing the burden of these decisions, and they have to be reversed. And Communities for Better Environment will stand shoulder to shoulder with the Bus Riders Union till that happens.
I know, brother.
Thank you. Another percentage of our population that is devastatingly affected by these cuts are our disabled and the handicapped people of Los Angeles. And here to speak on behalf of the home care workers is Kiya Stokes, who is the political director.
Thank you. So on behalf of the 180,000 members of the United Long-Term Care Workers and our president, LaFonza Butler, we want to say that we totally support the findings in this report. Many of our workers actually use the bus system and public transportation to take care of their consumers. Our consumers make up the elderly, consists of the elderly, the disabled, and many of them are war veterans who need care at this time. For low-wage home care workers that are members and the elderly and the disabled that they care for, affordable and accessible transportation is absolutely critical to their economic survival. Black and Latino working class folks are the hardest hit by the economic crisis with high unemployment and declining wages. At the end of the day, we take the stand that this is a civil rights issue. If 90% of the bus riders are people of color, if in the African American community there's 19% unemployment, if in the Latino community there's 14% unemployment, we cannot at this time eliminate public transportation services and raise fares while on the other side encouraging Angelenos to use public transportation. At the end of the day, we want it to be known that we stand in absolute solidarity with the bus union and all the members of this coalition, and we call on the MTA to do the right thing by the people of Los Angeles. Thank you.
Thank you.